Hey guys, it's Alex, and today wanted to give you one of these old-fashioned, what do you call them? Fireplace chat videos, but basically in the car. I guess you guys like these type of videos. So today I wanted to talk about people comparing maintenance costs with electric vehicles versus ICE vehicles. Now, a lot of you guys don't like the subject matter because you guys think that electric is gonna basically gonna outlaw ICE vehicles, and I don't think they're gonna outlaw current ICE vehicles, but obviously ICE vehicles by about 5 years or so from now are going to stop being made in huge quantities by the big three or even the big four, because now Tesla is the biggest auto manufacturer. Obviously they don't make ICE vehicles. So ICE equals internal combustion engine. So anytime I say ICE, internal combustion engine. So I was on the internet and I'm a big proponent of electric cars if you know how they work and when they have performance in mind. Model 3 performance. Tesla Plaid Model S is ridiculous. Now that's like the measuring stick of fast street cars. It has become the measuring stick. A 9.2 second sedan that weighs over 4,300 to 4,400 pounds is nothing to sneeze at. It's badass. And they're supposedly going to come out with a Plaid X. Yes, an SUV that runs 9. So bye-bye Trackhawk. So what I'd like to talk about is maintenance costs. Someone on one of the forums said, "Oh, just wait till you have to replace the battery on one of those Teslas. It's $20,000. And I thought, well, he's probably right. He's probably right. It's going to be about $20,000 to replace the battery. So Teslas have been around for a long time. I think close to 10 years now, especially the Model S. So now let's say you buy a brand new car. There's a warranty with it. So let's talk about replacement costs. I'm a Coyote guy. I'm a Ford Mustang guy pretty much my whole life. How many times have you heard since 2011 when Coyote Mustangs came out, late 2010 really, that the motor had to be replaced? The engine tick issue, the GT350 Voodoo oil consumption issue, the cam phaser issue on Gen 3 Mustangs. And since Gen 1, they've had ticking issues that some dealers will actually warranty, others will not. So I really want to bring this, give you guys some perspective. If it costs $20,000 to replace a Tesla's battery, it's probably going to be under warranty. Just like a Coyote motor is going to be under warranty. But forget the Coyote motor. How about MT82s? Did you guys forget about the MT82s that grenaded? Because mostly you non-drivers are out there gorilla shifting the car like I was. Like I broke my third gear shift fork on my 2018 S550. I'm in my 2019 right now. The motor popped on this guy. Number 7 Ringland with 10 PSI. Not 20, not 100, not 40. 10 PSI, and the motor popped. Out of my own pocket, I had to pay because it was out of warranty. So if you're worried about a battery replacement on a Tesla, are you not worried about a motor replacement and a trans replacement on a Mustang? Did that just not cross your mind at all when you buy a new Mustang or an F-150 or whatever you have? You're worried about a battery? Guys, if you work in the industrial field and you have ever driven a forklift, an electric forklift, that's probably the most reliable piece of equipment you have in the whole freaking company. The thing just works. Plug it in, charge it, turn it on. No oil changes. The only thing you really have to worry about is tires and brakes. Tires and brakes. And when the battery usually goes, it's probably 15 to 20 years old. My car is 2 years old and the motor had to be replaced. Okay, my Gen 1 somehow didn't pop. I don't know how the hell that happened. My Gen 2 Mustang that was owned by a previous company has had 3 motors in it. Well, except they're ragging them out and they're beating the shit out of them. Yes. So if a Tesla battery is the most expensive item in the whole car and that is very rare to go. Like how often do you think Tesla has to replace batteries in their cars? If you were to guess, out of the hundreds of thousands or maybe millions of cars that are on the road, how many batteries had to have been replaced and not under warranty? I'm not going to buy a used Tesla. You think I'm going to buy a used Tesla if I do buy a Tesla? Fuck no. I'm going to buy a brand new Tesla. I'm not going to. And if anything happens under warranty or during the time that I have it, it should be placed under warranty. And once it's 5 or 6 years old, I move on to the next car. I'm not going to keep it for 10 to 20 years. I don't do that with my current Mustangs. Why would I do it with a Tesla? So, how many Coyote motors and MT82s do you think have been replaced by Ford? Think about it. How many motors do you think have been replaced on Mustangs only by Ford? Forget the Expedition, forget the Explorer, forget the. So please, please, please take into perspective the amount of times transmissions, rear ends, all the other systems that go on Mustangs that have had to have been replaced when you complain about a $20,000 battery replacement. Now, they're not all $20,000, but I guarantee there's a lot more Mustangs since 2011 that have had their motors and transmissions replaced than Teslas have had the battery replaced. I have no idea why people are freaking out about this. Now, I always compare this to the horse and the horseless carriage. Every single time someone complains about, oh, the government's gonna but they're gonna take our guns, and it's first cars, then guns, then our liberties, and then... That's fine if you want to be one of those guys. I don't care. I'm gonna stick with the times. I am a huge fan of sci-fi. Huge fan of sci-fi. In the future, like, watch the movie I, Robot. Good movie. Any gas cars in the future? Any gas cars? Right? Most of them seem to be like electric. Have you watched, like, do you guys watch Star Trek? Do you guys watch any of those things and figure out how many gas cars are in the future? Something that's eventually going to run out? So let's say it's, I don't know, when did the Model T come out? In the 30s? Well, let's say the horseless carriage. Let's say 1920. It's 1920, right? And you love your horse. You love Clip Clop. Clip Clop is awesome. He is reliable. Feed him, give him water, clean up his massive amount of shit, and you're good to go. Clip Clop is easy. Feed, clean up his shit, things are good. And if he dies, well, you just Clip Clop's brother or fucking offspring, and you can just keep on going. Then the horseless carriage is around, and you're like, ah, look at that thing. It has a bomb strapped to it. It has gasoline. It has gasoline strapped in the back. I ain't gonna get... Clip Clop won't explode. I mean, his farts are a little explosive, but generally, I'm not gonna be caught anywhere near a fucking horseless carriage. Those things are death traps. Imagine if that... So, if you, as a car owner, look at a horse owner that all he wants to do is ride Clip Clop all over the place while it is flinging shit out of his ass, and some buggy that he's pulling has to have literally a shit slinger in front of it so it doesn't slap his face, the poo. If you look at him and you go, wow, why would he ever do that? Why doesn't he just buy a nice little car and just get around? What's the big deal? Why would he go out of the way to have a horse? I mean, it looks like a lot of work. And you are one of these guys screaming from the rooftops, oh, the electric battery's going to electrocute you. No. What if an EMP hits? I love these doomsday scenario guys. They're just like, what if Russia drops an EMP bomb? Your ICE car will also be affected. Hell, even a fucking carbureted car will be affected if it has an electronic ignition. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this. I'm not a proponent of outlawing ICE vehicles. I think they're going to be made for a very long time. But I think electric cars have their place. Electric cars have their place, and we should not be afraid of it. You sound silly. Most of you sound silly when you're afraid of it, when they're out there getting better and better with technology. Battery technology is getting better. Charge time. Guys, current charge times for 75% charge on a supercharger is less than 20 minutes. No oil changes, no antifreeze, no coolant, no nothing but tires and brakes. That is it. I would love that as a daily driver. A Model 3 Performance is calling my name. Model 3 Performance, just something I can't modify, 0 to 16 3.1. I couldn't imagine not considering it. But you guys are out there saying it sucks, fuck that, oh my god, Mustangs are going to shit, and Elon Musk is... There's a place for everything. ICE vehicles, just like people still have horses, people will always still have ICE vehicles. I just think it's a better current situation to have a daily driver electric car than an ICE vehicle. Plain and simply, you see gas prices, you know what I'm talking about. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.